And action. All right, so welcome to the 256 podcast, episode 2, the podcast where we talk all things Bitcoin and crypto wallets. We are here back again with your co-host, me, Eric, and my co-host, Victor.
Hello.
Today, in today's episode, I think it's going to be a very interesting and exciting topic as me and Victor go head to head, toe to toe in I think what you guys would deem as a very, controversial topic. So we will get on that in a second. Essentially, what we're gonna try to grind out today is the whole announcement from Ledger regarding their Nano X bundle, which includes a chain they can wear around their neck. So to give some context, to give some more context behind this topic, let me just pull up the announcement that they made in the beginning of April. In the beginning of April or mid-April, Ledger came out with a tweet announcing this exclusive bundle where you can purchase your Ledger Nano X and a chain. Let me send you this tweet as well, Victor, so you have it on your side. Right, the tweet literally states, word for word, it says, "Keep your keys close wherever you are with our Ledger Nano X on-chain bundle. Make sure to scoop up a Ledger Nano X plus exclusive chain with free shipping." And the image they post is a person with the Ledger Nano X on a chain around somebody's neck. The other tweet that I also want to point out as well is coming from one of their, I guess, spokespersons or PR guys. His name is Ian Rogers. If you guys don't know who Ian Rogers is, he's kind of been like their public PR guy for the past year, I would say. But yeah, he tweeted out basically the same thing. What he said in his tweet was, "I've always wanted a steel chain for Ledger Nanos. I talked to a friend in the jewelry business and prototyped these a year ago. They're finally available bundled with the Nano X." And then he goes on in his tweet thread to kind of defend, I guess, the vision and the reasoning behind this new product, right? More of an accessory, right? We'll speak upon more about crypto accessories later on in this podcast, but let's get down to the actual topic in hand, right? This tweet, when Ledger tweeted it out, it got a lot of pushback and a lot of feedback from a lot of people. A lot of criticisms around basically people calling them out, saying that this is a stupid marketing gimmick, right? People obviously with the obvious kind of criticism saying that this is dangerous, this is not safe. Why would you promote this for your users and community to wear in public? All logical reasonings and all logical criticisms as well. And me and you, Victor, we've kind of chimed in on it, just between me and you before as well, over, I think, last weekend at a bar somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But, I wanted to make this a formal kind of argument, formal/casual kind of argument between me and you.
Sure, keep it on the record.
Exactly, maybe we can allow the listeners to see who won the argument and to give them a chance to maybe defend either my side more or your side more. So yeah, you know what? Since I think the easiest take from this kind of marketing gimmick from Ledger is to criticize it, right? So I want to give you the floor first and just give the listeners your general feedback to this new product bundle.
Okay, yeah, sure. When I first saw this announcement, I think my first reaction was just that this is pretty cool because, you do actually own a Ledger Nano X. Excuse me, cut that part. Because you do actually own a Ledger Nano X on a chain, and sometimes you do wear it around the office, like when we hang out. So I've seen a few people doing this, and gotta say it looks pretty cool. However, upon deeper reflection, I think most people can see the elephant in the room, right? It's a crypto hardware wallet, a device that was invented for A, safekeeping your crypto, and B, privacy, right? Most would argue these are the two fundamental design principles of any crypto hardware wallet. And so, Ledger's announcement kind of begs the question, are they going in the opposite direction? Because now you're able to wear this, this USB stick shaped thing around your neck, basically announcing to the world that, hey, I'm a crypto bro, right? Like, I own crypto. Look at me, right? Of course, there's the argument that, similar inventions in the past, like the cell phone, the wireless earbuds, have all been subjected to similar criticisms and pushback, and eventually they all became so normalized in everyday life and society that no one bats an eye, right? However, I just want to point out the fact that your cell phone and wireless earphones, those things have limited value, right? They have a MSRP, they have a retail price, and there's no sort of infinitely speculative nature to their value, right? Everyone knows what a cell phone is worth. However, when you look at something like a Ledger Nano X, it's sort of like a mystery box, right? You're announcing to the world, hey, I have a lottery ticket around my neck. Please find out how much this is worth. It feels a little bit like that, which really leads to the heart of the problem, which is security vulnerabilities. Right, because as it currently stands, Ledger do not have multi-sig features, right? Especially the Nano X and other Ledger products. It's basically protected by the PIN code that you set up when you first activate the device, and then you store your seed phrase however you want. They do offer the stainless steel metal seed phrase card holder thingy. However, besides that, you really are left to your own devices. Whatever you do with this Ledger device is up to you, but your security layers are basically these two things: your PIN and your seed phrase. And so, carrying all that around your neck without the protection of multisig or other human-centric security elements that are currently being developed and adopted across the crypto space, just looking at this from the status quo, I wouldn't say this is very prudent to do, right? Perhaps I could foresee a future somewhere down the road where there are better security features with less compromises. That perhaps this could become a fashion statement or a way to drive crypto adoption globally. I see all that arguments, but I think most people in the in our camp sort of have this security concern. So without hogging the mic too long, I want to stop here and let Eric put in a word or two.
Let me ask you this, Victor, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask you an easy question. I think I already know what the answer is.
Sure.
If you, Victor, one day, quote unquote, make it, you're able to own a Ferrari, would you drive the Ferrari around in public?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So, I mean, that point alone, right? A Ferrari is worth something, right?
Yes.
The car itself is worth value, right? Driving a Ferrari also indicates that you are of somebody who is, either financially well off. Perhaps you won the lottery. Perhaps this is, daddy or mommy's money, right? But I'm sure it's common sense that anyone driving a supercar, a luxury supercar, means that they have the financial means somewhere, right? Does that not make you a target?
Of course it makes you a target.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You wouldn't drive a Ferrari to, a bad part of town on purpose, right?
Well, I mean, I don't think that statement really sticks to anything here, right?
No, the thing
Anyone who
is-
drives a Ferrari, why would you drive to a bad part of town in the first place?
Well, hey, it's not anyone's position to speculate on what other people might do. I'm just saying there is a selective process on when and where you choose to display your wealth, right? So in the case of a Ferrari, you would, for example, if you're going to like a nice dinner party, right, where you know, in a nice hotel where you know there are certain security measures being implemented to guarantee the safety of your, you know, physical assets, then sure, why not? Let's take the Ferrari out for a spin. However, in the case of Ledger, right, you're carrying it around your neck and you're going out. There's a lot more variability in where you might end up, right? And this is not something that, like a Ferrari, where very select few people can own. Ledger is something that basically just about everyone can own, provided they're not homeless, right? So, like, if you have certain level of you know, financial achievements, if you have a job, right? If you live, you know, adequately, if you live, you know, in the middle or upper echelon of society, I'd say like just about anyone can own a Ledger, right? And people don't necessarily make the best choices, right? If you're, as a brand, Ledger, a multi-billion-dollar company, are actively pushing this into the world, saying, hey, put our device around your neck, you're opening this door to like this world of entropy and chaos, where there's infinitely more possibility and probability of people getting robbed and being put in undesirable or even dangerous situations, right?
Okay, before I come back with my defense point on that as well, I wanted to read off some tweets that I forgot to mention in the beginning of
Sure.
the podcast episode, because
Yeah.
I also thought it was kind of funny, right? One guy of the Twitter name DryGuy102, he's obviously on the criticism side. He said, "How to say I'm a douche without saying I'm a douche."
Yeah.
Another one, Grunky Kong. His comment on that tweet from Ledger was, "This is super dangerous. I'd highly recommend not wearing your hardware wallet as necklaces." Another guy, Erect Fencer, "Are there any more ways to get robbed that you can suggest?"
Yeah. I've seen that one.
The last one that I want to point out, which I think is pretty hilarious, a comment tweet by Ordinal Labs, right? "I think the market is crying out for the Ledger butt plug. Security's so tight, no one's getting in." But okay, so yeah, these.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I mean,
Think about it. There's some logic behind that one.
Sure. I mean, the people on the side of the criticism camp, they've got some funny jokes pulling out of the pocket. But let me come back to you with my second point as well. I also want to make it known that this tweet, this marketing gimmick,